Okay, so now we know how we can send data to our reducers through our actions, so that we can so that our reducer can update our states. So that's what we are going to do for our cart. We are going to send the cart data through our reducers and our through our actions, and our reducers will update the state from our cart. But we also have to solve the issue with reloading, right? When we reload, our data changes. But before that, let's just store the card data to our reducer first, right? So I'll just remove all of this. I'll just remove all of this. Okay, and these functions too. I'll just remove the, where is it? These actions. Okay. Now we have to write some actions for our cart, right? So I'll say add to cart. And okay, we'll do add to cart, and we'll take state and action. All right. Then we want to update the cart items, right? So how do you do that? And for cart items, instead of null, we should give it an empty array, because we are going to add array of objects. So now what I can do is state dot card items dot push, right? I want to push the items action dot payload. Okay, I'll just send the card item through action, and I'll just push that item to our card item state in our initial state. So I have to export that action from here. Okay, so now if I go back to our product top, you'll see how easy it is. Where is our handle to cut to cut? Yes, this one. So instead of console logging, what we can do is we can just say dispatch add to cart, and we'll just pass the item as parameters, our cart item. And now I will just we have to we have our cart console logged here. So now we have an empty array. We do not have anything. Let's see what happens if we click on our add to cart. Let's increase the quantity to 10 and add to cart. Okay, finger crossed. Let's see. All right. See, we have our new item in our card items. We have the product that we selected with the quantity 10, and everything is free. Right? So now it is set up to our store. But actually, there is a better way to check or what is it? Monitor our Redux store. So to do that, you have to come to your Google and come to Google Chrome, and inside console you might have this one, Redux toolkit, Redux DevTool. And if you do not have that, just search Redux DevTools from here and add this extension to your Chrome, right? Redux DevTools. Okay, so I already have this one installed. So what I can do is, if I come here and click on Redux, as we can see, it shows all of the card data. Like initially our card item is null, but if I select one and click on add to cart, okay, what is happening? Cart items, cart items. We do not have it. Okay, let's reload actually. Okay, so our card item is an empty array. Now let's add one. Okay, see, here we have our card item here. So we can just now monitor our all of the states that we have in our Redux store from here directly from our browser. We do not have to console log anything. So if I add again with, let's say, a different attribute, let's do 3. Okay, see, it is already added. Our price, thumbnail, attributes, and everything. Okay, but there is an issue. We are adding the same item, but instead of just increasing the quantity, we are just adding it again to our item, or to our cart items array. That means we have the same product, but we have it twice. Instead, what should happen is we should have it once, but just the quantity should update, right? So what we can do is we have to go to our Redux store again, and we have to update this action, right? So we have to first check if this item already exists. So I'll say const exists state dot cart items dot find item. Sorry, I'll say cart item, and cart item dot is it product ID? Where is it? Are we setting the ID as product ID? Yes. I'll use optional chaining here. Product ID equals to the item that we are getting. I'll just take the item as a variable here, const item action dot payload. Okay, and here I'll say item dot product ID, the same thing. So first, if we are checking if it exists. So if it doesn't exist, so it is not on our store, so then we can just do this one. We can just push it to our store, to our array. But if it exists, right, then what we have to do is we also want to add this item, right? We want to add this item, but we just want to increase the quantity, like whatever quantity we had right now. Let's say if I say add to cart, like the quantity is 1. So now nothing in that cart item will change but the quantity, right? But we also have to take into account some other factors like the attributes, right? So if the if the attributes of the cart item and the like whatever is currently in the item and in the cart and what we are sending right now, they might have different attributes. So what we should do is we should just replace the whole item, but we just keep the quantity and add that quantity, right? So in this case, we'll just get the quantity, right? Qty equals to exists dot quantity. Okay, so we have the quantity. So now what we can do is we can say item dot quantity equals to item dot quantity plus this quantity, whatever quantity we have already in the store, we will just add that. And then okay, I think we can say, let's try. If we say exists equal to item, will it work? Okay, let's go back. Cannot reassign variables to const. Exist. Oh, okay, we used const. Okay. Now I think we cannot do that. Or what we can do is we can say state dot card items, and we can just say index of exists equals to item. Let's see. So initially we have this one. Let's update the quantity to 4. Okay, the quantity is 1 right now, and change the attributes to, let's say, small, and let's add it again. Okay, we have an undefined. I think we'll take a different approach. All right. Let's console log item first. Let's see if it actually updates. Right. And let's do add and increase the quantity and try adding again. Okay, the quantity is 5. We added 4 right now. It was 1 before. Okay, so the quantity is updated, right? So now what we can do is, first we can just remove it. State dot cart items equals to state dot cart items dot filter item dot product ID not equals to exist dot product ID. So first of all, we just remove this one, like the exist one, right? We'll just remove this one from our store, and then we'll just state dot card items dot push. We'll just push the item. Okay. I mean, there are so many other ways to do this, but let's do that because this one seems easy. Okay, let's reload and start with a clean plate. Okay, so we have this like plug and S, and just increase the quantity to 6 and add to cart. Okay, we have that item and the quantity is 6. Now if we change the attribute and add, let's say, 4 more items. Okay, so now it works. Only the quantity is updated, but all of this should be same. Let's see, color blue, size S, color blue, size S. Okay, now it works. So now if we add an existing item, that item will not be added to the store again, but just the quantity will update. Okay.